Oh, sugar. I skipped over the desk. Hello, Facebook world. It's Emily here from That Crazy Thing Called Love. And for some very bizarre reason, I thought it would be a really good idea to throw a big bunch of food in my face just before I hit the live button. So, excuse me if I've got any food in my teeth. How rank. Well, it is live, isn't it? And welcome to life. So today I just, this is a little bit of a spontaneous live really, but felt like I had something to share, so that's what Facebook Live is for, isn't it? And I spent, maybe like half an hour, 40 minutes today getting my nails done, which sounds like a really crap, boring story, but hold with me, there is a reason I'm telling you this. So I was there today getting my nails done, and as most of you have probably gathered, if not know, I'm a relatively chatty person, and if there's someone sitting next to me and we're having the same, treatment or doing the same activity, I'll be like, hey, you, human being, let's interact. And so I was kind of just chatting to this this girl next to me, just general chit-chat, and she glanced over at the colour that was going on my nails, and she said, oh, God, I love that colour, it's so cool and so much fun. And I was like, oh, and I told her the number, each colour has a number, and I was telling her which number the colour was, and she said, oh, no, I only have natural, my boyfriend doesn't like colour on my fingernails. And she didn't say it like, oh, my boyfriend won't let me paint my nails. That's not what she was saying. She wasn't saying that. She wasn't saying it like she was oppressed or upset by it. There was almost, actually, if I'm going to be honest, a slight tinge of pride in her voice that she, was letting her boyfriend dictate to her the colour of her nails. Now, obviously, she and I had like a 3-minute interaction. She was a lovely girl, as I say, it wasn't like a, oh, poor victimhood kind of mentality around it. My boyfriend won't let me have my nails painted. That's not what she was like. She was just like, oh, my boyfriend doesn't like colour on nails, so I just have my natural. And that's cool, because, when we're with people we love, we want them to be happy, right? So we try and make sure, to the best of our ability, that they are happy in our environment, or the environment that we provide them. But there is a massive difference between that and compromising a little bit of who we are, or changing who we are in order to please somebody else. Now, this girl might not have particularly liked nail colour herself, and, potentially she's not that fussed about what colour her nails are, so it doesn't bother her that she doesn't have bright pink nails. But in my world, and I can only ever talk about my own experience, my world, my understanding of life, the results that I see, not just in myself, but also in my clients. In my world, when a guy says, oh, I don't really like that colour nail varnish, very cheekily and with lots and lots and lots of love, I do this. I do. I love bright pink nails, and not everyone does, and that's cool. Fuck yeah. Like, in the most loving, gorgeous way. Fuck yeah. Who cares? I like it, so I'm happy. And I think, it's a fine line between making somebody else's happiness a priority because your own happiness is a priority and you want to share that, and making somebody else's happiness a priority because you're worried that if you don't do that and if you don't please them, that you will lose them. And the underlying message that I heard, just my ears, my life, my brain, I heard in this woman who said that she wouldn't paint her nails a bright colour because her boyfriend wouldn't like it. What I heard was, I am so scared that if I paint my nails a bright colour and my boyfriend doesn't like it, he will love me a little bit less. And the irony of that is that men, really top quality men not boys, are looking for women who have strong boundaries and such faith and value in themselves that they're not going to bend and concede over something like a nail colour to make a guy feel happy, because they are enough. So when a guy, or if no one, not that one ever has actually, but if a guy ever turned around to me and went, oh God, no, I don't really like nail colour on girls, I'd be like, whoopsie! Hope your penis isn't going to fall off. Like, what are you talking about? It's a nail colour, and it may seem small and insignificant, but controlling little things like that gives away this huge amount of power because you really are communicating. I'm scared that you won't love me enough unless I bend and become so malleable that I almost snap. That's the opposite, isn't it? Anyway, you know what I mean, like sort of bending to somebody else's want and need of you, or impression of who you should be, impression of your character, who they want you to be. I want you to be this type of girlfriend that doesn't have bright pink nails. Well, tough shit. I'm the type of girl that has bright pink nails. And he's either going to learn to love the bright pink nails because he loves me, or he is going to learn to completely ignore the bright pink nails and realise that it's a friggin' nail and it doesn't matter. Or he's going to back off because he's going to realise that he, in fact, can't handle someone who sticks to her guns and is so solid in herself and her self-worth that she's not willing to compromise things like that for a guy. And that's the kind of guy that my clients want to attract. That kind of guy who is, wow, you're awesome and you are so your own character and I don't need to change that in you. I admire that in you. I love that in you. I'm strong enough for you to be that strong. That's the kind of guy that my clients are looking for. And so that's the kind of women my clients are. And, there is always room for compromise in a relationship. I'm not for 1 second suggesting that you sit there with your two bright pink fingers in the air going, no, fuck you. My life is my life and I'm not changing anything and I'm not shifting anything or moving anything or making time for you, or you fit into my life. I'm not saying that you approach this with a such masculinity that you emasculate the guy that you are dating. What I'm saying is that there is a beautiful, graceful way just to be like, you don't have to like the colour of my nails. I do. And that's the most important. I'm the most important person. My opinion of me is the most important opinion in the whole world. And so to give away your power in that way, I find in my world a little disconcerting, if I'm going to be completely honest. And of course it works both ways. Let's be really, really clear on this. It works both ways. So you can't meet a guy, ladies, and just be like, oh, well, I don't really like that about him, so I'll change it. That's just bullshit. Never, ever, ever change another human being. Everyone is perfect as they are at that exact moment in time. You are perfect as you are right now. I'm perfect as I am right now. And that's not to say I'm not going to evolve and I'm not going to grow and I'm not going to meet people that teach me things along the way and create maybe a different way of me thinking. I'm always open to someone coming along and saying, hey, have you ever thought about it this way? And me being like, fuck, no, do you know what? I haven't. Hang on a minute. How does that fit into my life? What cruddy beliefs do I have to get rid of in order to start taking on this new kind of mindset? How much better is my life going to be? Or is it? And is this something that I need to disregard and that just doesn't fit in with the way that I want to think and the way that I want to live? So there is always room for compromise, but, everyone is perfect as they are. Don't get together with a guy and then who, plays football every Saturday and then start with that, oh, you never have time to see me on a Saturday, and then convince him slowly over time to see less and less of his mates and not play football on a Saturday. Like, it works both ways here. You've got to find someone who loves themselves wholly and totally and utterly and has really firm boundaries, and you yourself have got to love yourself completely and totally and utterly, and in doing that you will have these firm boundaries as well. And that is when you can get two different bits of the jigsaw and put them together and make this awesome, phenomenal relationship. That is real epic love, not allowing the partner that you are with to change even the most insignificant little bits about you, like your nail colour. It might seem like a really insignificant thing that I'm talking about, but the platform of it is, you want me to be, to have a certain style or be a certain way or think a certain way or speak to a certain group of people or wear a certain type of clothing, have a certain image. And I'm going to do that for you because I'm so desperate for you and I'm so worried that if I don't do it, that you will love me a little bit less. And that, in my world, screams out that the woman today who I was speaking to today, didn't have the self-worth and the self-trust to turn around to her boyfriend and say, I love you so very much, but I also really love bright pink nails. And if you love me, you will also love my bright pink nails. And a really top quality guy, an awesome, awesome, awesome resourceful human will turn around and be like, I totally respect that. Fuck, I love you a little bit more for doing that. So if you would like to know a little bit more about I guess, losing yourself, losing your identity into a relationship. And do you know what? To an extent, we all do it, right? We all become a product of the people that we hang out with. Everyone does. So, like, you know, proximity is key, isn't it? Who you hang out with is going to have a massive, massive impact on, you know, the way that you live your life and the way that you think and the way that you behave and what you wear. And, you know, fashion is fashion, trends are trends. And so who you hang out with, naturally you begin to sort of build that kind of really deep rapport with them. For sure, that's called human behaviour, and that's completely normal. But there is a balance when it stops being resourceful. Oh my God, we've got this little in-joke, or we can finish each other's sentences because we know each other so well. You know, there is a massive difference between that and I'm giving up a little bit of my own identity because I don't value it as much as I value your external validation of me. Different. I have got like a checklist with some really cool, awesome little insights, some little tips, some little hints. So if you feel like you are, or have in the past, and you want to know a little bit more about how it happened and why it happened, if you ever have felt yourself sort of losing yourself into a relationship and you want to make sure that doesn't happen again, or if you're in that kind of relationship and you're like, oh God, this might be happening, hang on, this resonates a little bit with me. You know, I agreed that I would never wear that dress again that he hates, you know, the other week. Then also please get in touch and I'll happily send you the PDF. No sales funnel, no, you know, exchange for, you know, security number, none of that shit. But you just either comment in the box below or send me a little PM and just say, yes, please, can I have the resource about losing yourself to a relationship, because it will be full of useful hints and tips for you. And also if you know someone that, and you're a bit worried about the fact that, you know, potentially they're just morphing into their boyfriend and you'd like a quick read of it to see if any of it resonates with that situation, then also just PM me. That was the word I was looking for. All right, me and my fabulous bloody pink nails are going to go off and do a little bit more work before going to the gym. And enjoy your wonderful Wednesday evening. Everything coming from the throne from now on, I think. How cool is this chair? Feeling all a little bit like owning the world in it, if I'm going to be honest. Probably fall out of it in a minute, and then that'll be the universe slapping me back down to size. All right, wonderful, lovely, gorgeous people. Have a wonderful, lovely, gorgeous afternoon. Huge love.